It's being reported that Josh Brownhill could be our number one midfield target, the most likely midfielder that we're going to bring in this summer. And apparently, we're also closely working on the deal to get Mads Hermansson over the line after the John Victor and
Here we
Suzuki.
go from Fabrizio. Yeah.
Yeah, Fabrizio said it was done. John Victor deal agreed, but we're hearing that Potter wasn't happy, and it's looking like he's going to get his target of Mads Hermansson, with talks being positive with Leicester. But this is the Transfer News Daily, and are you ready to have your survival instincts tested? If the answer is yes, then maybe you can consider playing Final One Standing with us. It's free to play. There's a 500k jackpot, no admin fees, and guaranteed winners.
Just pick one Premier League team, and the rules are simple. Your team wins, you're through, and if you lose or draw, you are out, and you cannot pick the same team twice.
Download the William Hill app, click the link in the description, or scan the QR code to play. Register for free and enter for your shot at 500k.
All terms and conditions apply. You must be 18 plus to enter and be in the UK, and please gamble responsibly.
Okay, right, let's get into it. Josh Brownhill. Now, this is being reported by our good friend Sean Whetstone and Claret and Hugh. Always intriguing when he
first on the trigger. I wonder where he gets his information from.
Yeah, where does he get it from? Apparently, he's reporting that Josh Brownhill is the midfielder that we're most likely to sign. He's put up good numbers for them last season in the Championship. I think it was 18 goals, 6 assists in something like 48 games. Not bad. It still smells like Sullivan interfering. We haven't really heard about Potter wanting him. He's been linked, but we're hearing Ramsey, we're hearing Fernandez, one of the Leicester midfield. I can't remember which one from Leicester, but this seems to come out. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, mate.
Yeah. I'm not against it, funny enough, but he's obviously one of their better midfielders. And I hate to say it, right? I hate to say this. Like a lot of people yesterday, I done a shoot yesterday, they were saying Scott Parker's Burnley, they go down. But there isn't a lot of fucking difference between us at the moment in terms of like whether we're going to go down or not. You know what I mean? Like in terms of the confidence of the fan base. I don't know whether you're going to jump out the frying pan into the fire if you're Josh Brownhill.
8 years old. I
It's
think
a big
he's
30. Yeah, it's not exactly the young up and coming midfielder that we wanted. That's for fucking sure. But I'm not totally against it. I don't know what he plays like.
He's out of contract. So
$12.5 million.
Yeah, so where is this? I'm trying to sort of research this and see where this 12.5 million deal is coming from. Because according to online, you look at his contract, it expired and he's a free agent, which then that's even more Sullivan.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, Sullivan be rubbing his hands together. He announced his departure after 5 years. Yeah. So he's a free agent. And listen, I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad pickup for free. He's 29, so he's 30 this year. It's just Sullivan. That's the problem. Any sign I look at it, it's tainted for me. It's absolutely tainted because he should not be getting involved.
No, that's great. I agree. I agree with you, to be honest. Yeah, it's as I said, I'm not opposed to a signing that comes from the Championship because Bowen come from the Championship. But as I say, all of the details of this transfer just reeks of David Sullivan trying to get. And this reminds me of exactly 10 years ago when we moved from the London Stadium and he tried to fill the squad out with shite, to be quite honest with you. The likes of Arbeloa, Gooley, Nordveit, etc., etc. And it just reeks of it to me. It just reeks of it.
Yeah.
Sorry if it's a bit noisy. There's a lot going on in here at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's all right. The 12.5 million I've just seen, it's wages. That's what it adds up to in wages.
Yeah.
What the deal that? So they're offering him over 100 grand a week. Everton.
I wonder why Burnley haven't renewed his contract.
Well, he didn't want to stay.
Right.
He wanted He wanted to leave,
Pointed
so
out.
he chose. He chose to leave. I think he wanted a bigger move. Thought he could get a big move. He's 29. I understand it at this stage. Like, if you want to get that bigger move, a team that's probably most likely to stay in the Prem and not go
Yeah.
back down. I get it from his perspective, but from our perspective, again, it just seems Sullivan led, and the fact that it's coming through Sean, everything just adds up, and this is a problem.
I don't even see
Those
how this is propaganda, though, Dan. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to do nothing but rile the fan base up. So, I don't know. I don't know.
well, this
Listen,
this
I'm
is
not
it.
opposed to the guy. I don't know what the guy's like. You know what I mean? He could come in. We've had players come from the Championship before. Aaron Cresswell, Jared Bowen have, become some of our better players. So I'm not opposed to someone coming from the Championship.
Yeah.
It's just everything about it. He's not 24, 25. He's 29, 30,
Yeah.
which again adds age to your squad when you think about the strike force and the current midfielders that we all already have. Bar Pacatar, I think they're all post 30. So
Yeah.
it's not
And
great.
the thing is, and this might trigger some people, James Ward-Prowse fans. I think he's an upgrade on James Ward-Prowse. At this stage, I think he suits us a little bit
I would
more.
like to say I don't know enough yet. So
Yeah. So I think but again, at 29, he has to be, a backup to whoever we're gonna sign.
yeah,
I was reading that apparently we've got budget for one midfielder without having to sell any players. Like, we can sign one midfielder, but we have to move someone on if we want to sign another midfielder. We have to move a midfielder on. Now, I don't know whether if we're getting him for free, that means then we can go and sign
two
our other
midfielders.
midfielder. Yeah. Like, it's not, I'm not saying it's going to be a terrible signing, but again, we've now we're in August the 6th as we're recording
Yeah,
this, and look at the players that we've got. The youth was the only one where you looked at, okay, that was the scouted sort of Potter McCauley special. Then we got a backup right back in Kyle Walker-Peters. We got a backup striker in Callum Wilson, and now we're getting a backup midfielder in Josh Brownhill.
yeah.
Like,
We
where's the
didn't put up many
progress?
trees, did we? That's the problem.
No, this is it. Like, you want to be making last season's starters this season's backups, or have
Yeah,
that competition that
yeah.
they're likely to be. We need to be improving on that, and we're
That's
just
right.
buying backup freebies. That would be the third free transfer in a row.
Crazy, absolutely
Man,
crazy.
Sullivan
There we go.
all over. It frustrates the life out of me. So yeah, if we get him in, it's really going to show that Sullivan's in charge of these, and it's just going to be freebies all summer. And I get it, you can't turn it. They're free. If it's free, doesn't
As I
mean
said, it echoes 10 years ago exactly when we
yeah.
signed up like Arbeloa for Gooley, Gokhan Tor. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
We're just getting bodies in,
yeah,
but
just bodies for the sake of bodies, and
but at
that,
least then, Nick, we was in Europe, so we needed numbers, right?
yeah, and we
We're
had
not
by
even
it,
in Europe. Yeah, we're part. We're not even in Europe now.
yeah,
So it's not like we have the extra games and let's just get bodies in. We're not trying to get the best that we possibly can for each position. We can do
no,
better than Brown. We can do
yeah,
better than Wilson. So it's frustrating. When it comes to the goalkeeper, I did a couple videos on this yesterday about John Victor. That was reported that this was a Sullivan-led transfer after a recommendation from an agent. That old chestnut, we've heard that many times. And it seems that McCauley and Potter have fought against this signing and are really insistent on getting Hermansen from Leicester. You know, so hopefully it looks like they're winning. We seem to be close. There's a close to being a deal agreed with Leicester. Leicester want to get the deal done. They need to sell.
yeah.
And we obviously like the player, so we're hoping, I think, to get him for closer to 20 million than 30 million. But it
Yeah.
looks like Potter's won that battle, maybe, finally.
Yes, yeah, that is a battle that I think he needed to win because I think if we'd have got to the season with signing a backup goalkeeper on the back of Potter's not recommendation, but he was apparently was saying he didn't want him. He wants to improve the goalkeeper position. I think the goalkeeper's been so poor for so long. I think it was important. I don't think it's the most important place, but if you're actively searching for a goalkeeper, why buy a backup to a guy that you want to replace? I don't really get that. But again, Sullivan sticking his oar in, and it seems, and going for the cheaper option. But if we do get Potter's choice, listen, he is a very, very capable goalkeeper. That Leicester goalkeeper, I see him many, many times last year, and I thought he was great. And he will definitely be an upgrade on Areola. At the moment, I love Areola, and he's done some great stuff for us in the past. But at the moment, might as well have me in goal.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, is Potter wants a goalkeeper who's going to fit how he wants to play, right?
Yeah.
And it seems that John Victor, while having some really good stats, doesn't quite fit the mold of what Potter's looking for, like Areola. So we're in a situation where there's then two keepers that aren't going to be able to do what Potter wants them to do. And what's the point in that? That's just a waste of time. Again, that would be enough. We had like a 10 million, I think it was 10 million euro deal agreed with Botafogo. Is it Botafogo? His club in Brazil. So the deal was agreed, but I think Potter last minute and McCauley put their foot down. Why have we brought McCauley in? We've brought this guy in, recruitment, data analysis, and look at the signings we're getting.
It looks like we've unless the season hasn't started yet. We could all get put to the sword on these transfer opinions, but unless he just wanted Potter's mate, I don't really get it myself. But there we go. There we
go. Well, the thing is, mate, even look, Callum Wilson could go and turn out to be fucking brilliant, right? He could go bang goals in galore. I'm still of the opinion that Sullivan should not be in charge of transfers, because it's like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. If every now and then one of these signings is going to pay off, like one of them's just going to exceed our expectations, right? That doesn't mean he's a genius. It means he got lucky. He you know what I mean? It's like Del Boy. You really did. You buy a bit of junk down the market, and all of a sudden someone tells you got an antique, and you're a millionaire. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he is.
And that is what he wants to find. He wants to find the what was it called? The lost watch, wasn't it, or the looker's watch or something?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. But there's no he's not sitting there and going, "Oh yeah, this is going to be like worth something." You're just chancing it. You're buying a lottery ticket. That's all it is. You're playing the lottery. You're gambling. There's no forethought, and I just want planning, long-term vision, strategy. So we are set up for years, not like, well, Callum Wilson might be good this year, but what state's he going to be in next year?
All players that age are going to be in decline. There's no peak
exactly. And like I said, we're supposed to be bringing the average age of the squad down, and we've bought a 33-year-old. We're about to buy a 29-year-old if Josh Brownhill, if that deal happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good, mate. So listen, we're going to keep same old. So listen, hopefully Hermansen gets done and Potter can get the midfield he wants, because I think that midfield is crucial and we need two in. I really do. It's big. So
keep our eye on it. But again, don't forget to come and play Final One Standing with us at West Ham Fan TV. We'll be making the league. We'll be picking our teams on Saturday. But as I said at the beginning, you must be over 18, live in the UK. Terms and conditions apply. And please gamble responsibly. But click the link in the description down below.